Theodosius wrote a letter of repentance to St. John Chrysostom, asking forgiveness for himself and his mother. Empress Eudoxia exiled John Chrysostom because he publicly condemned her for seizing the field of the widow Callitrope. The saint was led into exile, where he met his death in Comana in the year 407. Eudoxia died shortly after the saint, but her tomb began to shake and creak as divine rebuke for her conduct. Byzantine chroniclers recorded this miraculous phenomenon, which continued for many years after her death. Some sources report that the Empress's tomb shook for 32 whole years until the transfer of Chrysostom's relics. Other testimonies speak of 20 or 25 and more years of seismic tremors around her memorial. Eudoxia's son, Emperor Theodosius II, decided to transfer the relics of St. John from Comana to Constantinople. His envoys presented to the inhabitants of Comana the imperial decree for the transfer of the holy remains. When they tried to lift the saint's relic from his tomb, it became heavier than an enormous rock. Many men attempted to move the holy body, but it remained immovable despite their great efforts. The soldiers returned to the emperor and reported that the saint did not allow his relics to be moved. Patriarch Proclus advised the emperor that the problem was his lack of humility. Theodosius wrote a letter of repentance to St. John Chrysostom, asking forgiveness for himself and his mother. The letter was placed on the saint's chest after a new mission to Comana in the year 438. Immediately after the reading of the letter, the holy relic became light, and the soldiers were able to lift it without any difficulty. The sea procession transported Chrysostom's remains to the Church of the Apostle Thomas in the capital of the empire. The emperor spread his royal cloak over the relic and fervently begged that his mother be forgiven for her deeds. With the placement of the holy relics in the church, the tomb of Empress Eudoxia finally stopped shaking after more than 25 years.